It's not bandwidth, it's your processor.
Processor.
Okay, we're back. We're
The
going to see if
threads
this is
on the
maybe
processor.
a little bit better for recording and stream.
Did you pull up the cameras? Because they're not on this side.
Oh, of course they're not.
Which is it's fine. I just didn't know. Let me see if it's on the stream with cameras.
We could always
Cage
blame
can
the
hear us.
weather.
That's a good start.
There we go.
Now, can you see us too?
Yeah, it looks like we're pretty good.
I think. Yay!
Look at that.
All
we
right,
fixed it.
all right. So,
We?
yeah, so long as you guys
Royal we.
got the recap, do we need to go over the recap again? Or did you guys get all of that?
Maybe
too?
for our sake, for being able to remember where we.
Killian went undercover with Rosk. Rosk wants to know why Simi is in town. You guys have to come up with a good excuse that then you can feed to Killian, so he can feed it to Rosk. And Killian's in prison.
Armada.
Yeah, in an Armada camp.
We have Space Armada.
Spaceship Armada.
Yeah.
Not in one way.
Okay.
Spaceship, Armada.
Fine, we can have the comma.
Armada.
Two things could be true.
All right, so
They're all
Killian and or Mio and Gage. I already have like tons of stuff queued up. So
Well, now you have more.
Now I've got more. So just so you know, I'll be working through them if I can.
That means
You
that we
can't-
actually have to do things that make you
Right,
roll.
I was
exactly.
about to say, you can't be upset at them, like, using the tools you gave them, Keith.
I know, right?
They're
I mean,
supposed to be doing this.
it is engagement, so that's what it's there for, right?
I'm still.
I love you too.
You might need to close out and reopen it.
Okay.
It's my phone though. That's the problem. They're not.
All right, so where would we like to start?
You get to decide
I
that.
do.
Fun fact, Keith, since you're in charge.
All right.
Let's see. Were we just bedding down for the night? Was that?
Well, we were getting the place set up to make it look like Simi was using that place as a...
Right, because we were gonna go to the bottom. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe we were doing that off screen, but we
Okay.
can do it on screen if you
No,
like.
no, that's fine. That's fine.
We were also waiting for nighttime so I could see if Dream works to communicate with Killian.
All right, so we will sort of fast forward a little bit. You guys have spent the rest of the day setting up a fake base for Simi to have been operating out of. You all arrive back at the loft and are starting to bed down for the night. But when you get there, Akarai has beat you there, so he is back home for the night, as well as you guys when you guys enter into the loft apartment.
Wasn't he staying at Cassius's though? Okay.
I mean,
we asked him to, but he can do whatever.
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
He can do what he wants.
right.
That's just a
So
paper
he
that says I do what I want.
so he is actually there waiting for you guys when you get back.
Good day. Evening.
One would even go so far as to say good night.
Oh, but good night is what I say before bed.
Where have you guys been? What have you been up to?
Well, just
Putting
prepping
down,
some alibis.
putting down breadcrumbs to lead a certain your father to where Simi may have been as a.
That man is not my father.
I forget. I'm sorry. Forgive me.
Would you prefer the term bastard or?
He was my stepfather.
I forget. After living with the truth for so long, sometimes change is difficult. Forgive me.
You seem to be missing someone. Oh,
You remember where? Yes, he is.
Okay.
He keeps part of the conversation.
So the plan has been set into motion.
Yes.
Very, very well then. How did that go?
Well, the last time that you were in the tower, did it have a magical lift in the middle?
No.
Yeah, that
It
was
does now.
an exciting find. It did save me having to go up a number of flights of stairs, but
That's bullshit. Why couldn't they install that when I was working there?
Huh.
they were rather large stairs. I'm sorry.
It's not how large they are. It's the amount there is.
Sure.
Never quite got into the whole calisthenics routine, did you?
No, not really.
Okay.
I couldn't burn that many calories.
Well, you could. You just chose not to.
A little bit of A, a little bit of B, but let's not dawdle on such things as calories.
And
You didn't even have a
if I pretend they're not real, it doesn't affect me.
It's always my
Said
birthday.
Braden.
Lucas, your Braden is showing.
He always does.
Hello.
You've met before.
At Cassius's.
Oh, right. I just. It has been a
Been
minute.
a really
I understand. Like it's really late. It's almost bedtime. But
It is.
He just.
you would think seeing a bloody creature would, but I understand. I get it. No, it's fine. Yeah. Sorry.
I do apologize. When we met before, my mind was elsewhere. And
Happened. I understand.
Secretly, Akerai just can't tell the difference between bunny people.
He ran into your
They're all
cabin.
yours.
they all look alike. Come on.
How many have you seen?
3.
3. And they all look alike.
Well, that's
We're all
because
the
they're all
same.
related. When you only have a sample size of 3.
Yeah.
Limited genetic diversity.
Well, all right then.
That tracks. It's gonna be a night.
Yes,
Off
it
to a
is.
grand start.
Yes, it is.
As it always is.
Well, all right then. Is there anything you need from me going forward?
Not currently. We might have to ask some questions that maybe Akerai might know, or that your stepfather might have pertinent information about that maybe you would know, but currently we're just sort of in the waiting game to see what Ross does, so...
Yeah, I'll be headed back to the cloister in the morning, and
see if I can communicate with him tonight, so we'll see how it goes.
Okay.
I need a good excuse, I suppose, for being here.
Keep stalling, I have to go to the bathroom.
I did also need to run back by our other safe house, closer to the cloister. I need to pick up. I left my T-Weird there.
I'm sorry, you're what?
T-Weird.
I heard something completely different.
What did you hear?
Like a tea, like a bag of tea or something.
Close.
Tea,
T-Weird.
but a weird.
A tea elemental.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
Okay. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Is it made of tea?
No,
Oh,
sort of.
I thought it was on something.
I think he's
So it's kind of
distantly
like,
related to a water elemental, but
that's
I,
the only thing I can think is water and tea is. But if it's not, sorry. then- Yeah.
A
Anyway.
water elemental that ingested tea leaves, perhaps?
I don't know. Frankly, he remains his small size, so.
Does he taste? Well,
I have
that's
never
the-
tasted him. He does help me to brew tea, however.
Okay.
I have another character who has decided apparently lately that they experience life when they are confused about a thing by licking it. So I'm gonna bring
This one
this
does.
just like, I'll lick it. Wrong
Okay.
character.
Okay. Well, It appears to have been somewhat a busy day for all of you.
And despite that, somewhat uneventful.
I did a lot of gardening, a lot of pruning, a lot of pulling weeds.
That can be quite therapeutic.
Insightful in a little, and in a weird kind of way. It was kind of nice. Like,
Cathartic.
yeah, to see the beauty in something that just was once ugly. Yeah, it's great.
Also, there's food in gardens, which...
I know how gardening works.
Oh, no, you just seemed bored by the gardening aspect, so I thought I might
Add food.
interest you in...
Okay. I didn't work a lot outside. I was always inside, so. Bookworm.
Fair enough.
All right.
Okay.
Sorry.
So I will be heading over there. If anybody needs me, I will be back shortly.
Is that what that sounds like? Your little tea creature?
It's not too dissimilar, in fact.
Oh, okay.
That's adorable. I suppose I need to figure out
Why?
my alibi. Yeah.
Your alibi.
Why she's in the city and why we're breadcrumbing towards her.
Oh, no, I think that was... Okay, Stephen talking. I think that was properly explained already, because I told him that you were working for someone in the cloister.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Sorry.
he does not... He was unaware that you were there, but he does know that you are supposedly working for someone
somebody in the cloister. Okay. Gotcha. So, I don't have to have an alibi. Never mind.
I mean, if there are other bread clumps...
Bread clumps.
Man, it's a big Monday. It is Monday and real hard.
Bagel bites.
A little bit of bagel bite.
If you want to leave bagel bites here and there for him to follow.
One of them is poison. One of them is laxatives.
Which one do you get first?
Just die on the toilet now.
Wow. Okay.
And the game is afoot.
We stalled.
Also, it's
Was it
important.
pretty?
It is important that I go there not only for my tea weird, but also because someone left us a surprise there, but we don't know that.
Yeah. Alright, well. Good night. I have to go see if I can contact Killian tonight. See
I
how that
forget.
goes.
Do we have access to the... No, because he used it the night before. Never mind.
No, we would have access to it again. He was used it the first night because it's on a 24-hour rotation. So we would have used it the first night, and then we had a second day. So technically, we
Okay.
can't. With the manor is active right now,
Okay.
or can be activated right now.
I just if do the differing planes matter to your dreaming?
It does, yes.
Oh, in
I have
that
to be
case,
on
you will
the-
not be in
I have-
the manor.
I have to be on the same plane as the creature.
Provided that he is in the same plane, there was some weirdness there.
We'll
but-
figure it out.
We'll hope.
And pray.
All right.
And pray.
So you're heading off to go do the dreaming thing.
Mhm.
You're heading off to the safe house. What are you up to?
Well, I mean, unless you guys absolutely need me, I might just go home.
Not by yourself. You're not.
He shouldn't be under any suspicion.
He's a grown-ass bunny boy.
I'm a grown bunny boy.
The last time he was out by himself at night, giant wolf things appeared out of nowhere and tried to eat him.
Did they?
Well, if
Did you not catch this story?
I was not there, and nobody
Oh.
recounted. No.
so, I got attacked. Well, chased. But I'm better now. I got better.
I don't
So
think
you
you
were
were
a
the
newt?
problem in the beginning.
I should be fine going back home if I'm quick.
We're headed the same direction. The safe house that I'm headed to is close to the cloister, so I can go with you.
No, sure.
Yeah, you shouldn't go alone.
Okay. Yeah,
That's
I mean,
definitely a thing that should not happen.
I mean, and it probably wouldn't be like a bad thing if I was just out for another night. I mean, I would hope not.
I mean, he does have to go back. We just, like, You should not have to fight those things alone. And if you go, I might cover you from above just in case, because they were big and scary looking. They were big and scary looking. They were big and scary looking.
Yeah.
Where did they come from?
You got anything?
I mean, somebody sent them. Like.
Oh, so these were summoned. Are they demon related?
Not necessarily.
Because
No,
that
as far as I
that
know.
does stink of Corel if that is the case. But
I mean,
Um,
I doubt that Corel would be sending things after you. I'm not totally sure.
I don't know how much control she would have. Obviously, I'm not well versed in the demonic arts myself, but it does seem to me that there's always a price to be paid, and if that price is the blood of a young virgin or something,
Why'd you look at me like that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm a bunny.
Uh-huh.
Anyway.
But there's only 3 of you here.
I didn't have a life before that? Anyway. we can
I don't
move.
know.
Anyway. So,
I
yeah,
don't
so
know
we're
how
going to
old you
go.
are.
Yeah, we'll go back. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. I might follow from above just to make sure.
Sure.
Um,
Sounds good.
Before, can I just have a moment of your time?
Actually, before we get to that, sorry. Perhaps I could take Akarai instead. I would rather not have Lucas, especially unconscious, solo.
That's fair.
I'm just going to sleep.
Right, but heaven forbid something happened while you are sleeping.
I can lock the door.
Don't let anything happen to him.
I won't.
I'll put the blanket over my head.
She'll cover from above without.
Of course.
Thank you. Sorry. Go ahead.
Do we need to step outside?
If you don't mind.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, we could have just gone in a different room, but all right.
I'll just undo the hard points and.
So as the 3 of you sort of leave, he closes the door behind you. Wow.
What?
Well, I went and spoke with your father.
What?
There were some things that I needed to discuss with him, and
What could you want to discuss with him?
well,
What? I mean, he hasn't been. To my knowledge, he's not any kind of relation to the order. He's not any kind of relation to anything. What?
he's your father.
Since when?
Well, since about 9 months before you were born, as I understand the way the biology works.
It's one of those things that happens during the night.
There are. I just felt it was important to at least talk to him. And hell, this is not going it all the way I practiced this.
It's a really poor planning time to do it, too.
I mean, we could be dead tomorrow.
Oh,
Any we could be dead at any
while I
time.
try to figure out what I'm saying here, he gave me this for you.
He actually wrote a letter.
Yes, he
With
did.
his own handwriting.
His own handwriting.
No, he didn't. I can read it. That's how I know.
I wouldn't inflict my handwriting on her.
So it's a nice evening, right?
Mm-hmm.
Really beautiful. The skies.
So, I want, if we were closer to, the valley, I would have spoken to your mother as well.
The bird mayor? she actually says this. This isn't just.
What?
The bird man.
What?
Bird mayor of the town.
Huh.
You're from royalty.
Mm, hum.
Okay. Now I'm curious.
That's one of the sentences. I was only I spent all these years gone scratching to survive, and I was only able to when I found myself in a small town called Port Last to be taken in by, of all things, the bird mayor of the town. I don't know what that was supposed to say, but I feel like that was
No, Danny,
No,
that's
no.
correct.
Yeah.
We wanted to make
No,
Yeah,
this
this is Simi saying this, not
This is what we
Danny.
call roleplay.
That feels like that needs some context, and I.
Nah.
No, it doesn't. That is the context.
Shit.
Curses, he's a decent man.
What?
Shit.
That I don't know how. I don't know how to respond to how you responded, because I'm not real sure how you responded.
He has a good freaking reason.
Captured by the bird man.
For what?
For being a complete absentee and not giving a shit about me, which apparently isn't actually the case. Shit.
But that's good, right? That means he cared?
Yes.
Well, you don't have to sound so enthused about it.
Do you know what it's like to have to be the one that is constantly just having to turn into okay with things? Just over and over again? Being like handed a steaming pile of shit. But you find out that the person that handed it to you is still a decent person, and you have to take it anyway. I have extended more forgiveness in the last 3 years of my existence for forgivable things. Then damn it, they all had good reasons. But I was on the short end of every single stupid one of those sticks. And I'm tired of being in this position over and over and over again. because of what I ended up with instead, my brain still wonders what I did to deserve that. So every time I come back around to it's something in my celestial weave of being that just has decided I deserve this. Maybe some past life offense. It's exhausting having this, like, need and expectation upon you to always be okay with it. But if I'm not okay with it, I'm in the wrong. Now that I know I can't be mad because being mad isn't appropriate.
But it's how you felt. It's how you still feel. It's valid to be angry. Yes, he had a good reason. I guess. I haven't read it. I don't know. You say he's got a good reason. Fine. It doesn't erase that you felt that. It doesn't erase that he was gone and you felt like you were abandoned. Doesn't erase that. It is understandable you would be furious. And it's understandable that you wouldn't be able to turn on a dime. Or a silver, sorry. When sorry, you wouldn't be able to turn like that when you found out what happened. I don't know when he left. I don't know, not exactly. You were always just there in the order. So I don't know how long you've been living with this. One letter starts the process. You don't have to do it all at once. He's going to reach down and lift your chin. And you don't have to do it alone. That's why I went to see him. He is your father. And for certain questions I want to ask you, knowing that your family's okay with it makes it easier.
Nope. It's just like...
And all of us at the door as you like open it.
Bam!
Okay. I think I'm ready. And he's gonna, like, head down into the street.
Oh, okay, so he came out.
Yeah.
Shall we?
Yeah, on the way, can we get like one of those like lettuce wrap things?
Oh. Yes, of course.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah.
I thought it would have been racially insensitive to suggest such a thing. But
Oh no. No. Yeah.
I can't like just yell his name out.
You there? You there? Walking away.
Good man.
Well, let's head that way.
He is going to look back over his shoulder once he sees that you guys are out on the street.
We're going to grab some food along the way.
He disappears down into an alley. And that is the last you see him. But he will be in close proximity watching you guys from rooftops.
Okay. My treat.
Thank you. Absolutely.
Couple of silver. One to buy a couple of lettuce wraps.
Yeah, couple of silver is all it is.
I'll just go ahead and mark that off for when I get there.
All right, and we will let the trio of you make your way to where you were going.
Yes.
Lucas.
Well, whatever.
Just like passed down in your arms. Just...
No, I go back into the safe house.
Okay.
I cast several spells, one of which is our good old, very familiar spell, Private Sanctum.
Okay.
So, no getting in, anything, no getting in.
No.
No,
And I will go to one of the
do
bedrooms.
not want.
Humming a version of a song. I don't know what this name of the song is, but the chorus is "Dream On," repeated several times. by Aerosmith. As I take some sand, chuck it onto my pillow, a dab of ink, had an old feather, and just pass out.
Okay.
Face first.
Yep.
So I don't know if you wanted to take the time to read that to everybody, or if you want to keep it just for yourself.
Oh, it depends on it. Well, we should probably wait until she wants to share.
Okay.
It would be my assumption.
All right.
If.
Cool.
If.
Exactly.
If.
She's
Exactly.
so transparent with all information.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay. So
And I begin dreaming.
For whenever you have to tell him where that
Okay,
is.
so-
the address.
Dreamwalker.
So, you let me to read Dream to you?
yes, please.
Okay. To see if this bypasses the rules. So it's an illusion spell. Casting time is 1 minute. Range is special. The duration is 8 hours, so my full sleep.
Right.
Go into a person's dream. Choose a creature known to you as the target of the spell. The target must be on the same plane of existence of you. Creatures that don't sleep, such as elves, can't be contacted with your spell. You or a willing creature you touch. He's not an elf.
I am not an elf.
So no, you're a half elf though,
Yeah, I
right?
still sleep.
You still sleep. Okay. Go
By
ahead.
choice.
You or a willing creature you touch enter a trance state, acting as a messenger. While in this trance, the messenger is aware of his or her surroundings, but can't take actions or move.
Oh, so you're just in
And
his
then,
dream.
when the target is asleep, I can appear in the target's dreams and can converse with the target for as long as I remain asleep.
Okay.
As long as I and the target remain asleep.
Okay.
And I can shape the dream however I want. And even deal damage later.
You just
If I want to.
Okay. Let me ponder something.
That's fine.
Where's my...
So tell me about your family.
Oh,
I'll wait for
Which
Keith to
one?
research.
like mom, dad, or like would you like the whole list of my rest of my family?
Whatever you're comfortable sharing.
Honestly, a pretty open book. I mean, as much as you want to know, I'll pretty much share.
I mean, so long as we have time as we're walking and
Yeah.
our God is thinking.
Our God is thinking.
Figure of speech.
Figure of speech.
No.
Don't worry about it.
It's an old Costas saying.
Do you see the dice? The dice rolling in the sky?
That's called the moon.
My father's name is Harvey.
Harvey.
Yeah, yep. And then my mother's name is Blossom. Great name. No. Really, I don't know. We were kind of just. I just happened to be home at the time when we were picked up, moved over this direction.
Mhm.
Everybody else was just kind of off doing their own thing. Tons of brothers and sisters, but
How many?
oh man, do you want me just to name a few?
Sure.
Oh man, okay, let me just think really quick. You got Thumper, Bugs, Peter, Buster, Lola, Ruby, Ginger Jack, Charlie, Clover,
I can hear
Roger,
your brain loading
Miss-
rabbit names.
Mister.
He wrote
I wrote them all down.
That's amazing.
Just to name a handful of them.
That's impressive. How? Can I ask what your father's profession was prior to. How does one support such a large family?
Oh, a lot of gardening, a lot of just. We were a lot of
homesteading, as it
yeah,
were.
pretty much we were just homestead. Yeah, pretty much anything to get us started, and then with the empire coming in, and we decided that we would fight, rebel, things like that. And so like it kind of made for our family being a big target, per se. And so we were acquired and moved rather quickly here.
Do you wish to return?
Oh,
If that was an
absolutely.
option?
I have a hard time with the fact of like people not having freedom. I think everybody should be free to make their own choices and not be like closed
Now, are we
in.
talking anarchy in terms of like no centralized
would be-
government, or are you looking?
When I think of anarchy, I think of like burning.
That's fair. I think that is probably something instilled by. A government would of course want you to associate any kind of anarchy with violence and flames and things.
Well, okay. So
But-
the problem I have with like leadership and groups, things like that, is someone's always designated as the important. I don't really want that. Like I don't see the need of like having to follow, say, said person or one or the other. Everybody should have their choice and their freedom to however they want to just kind of delve into the world and life and.
Interesting. When we have a little bit more time, I would love to delve into that further. There's an interesting dichotomy there because the civilization as we know it requires some level of organization, but it is a difficult thing because it does limit your freedom.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess in a way, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's great to interact with people, have like a community, things like that. Everybody goes, they help out, we trade. That's something we had a big part of. Just being around, talking, things like that, trading. Hey, I have 10 cabbages. What do you have? And we would get different things from everybody. And it was good. It was nice. It was just like a beautiful thing. And
It does, however, provide very little time for the arts and things. In order to have art, you need stability enough to give leeway to have art.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
it is a difficult thing.
yes, and life is just it takes you in weird spirals, different directions, but
And I think you'll find over time that you may find yourself in a different position than you thought you would be. I
very true.
experienced that myself.
Okay. So
Now that our account has been flagged for
all right, so you are able to connect.
Yeah.
But it doesn't behave the way you would expect it to.
Okay.
Both Killian and the dream that he's in when you start are, first of all, there's no color. It's all grayscale.
Ooh.
And it's almost as though it's only half there. Like you're looking at sort of a almost a ghostly image, like it's half in and half out of reality at the moment.
Okay. But I'm able to shape it per the.
No, you don't get to shape it.
I don't get to shape it. Okay.
Yeah,
No.
he shapes it.
he's just surrounded by.
No, I get to
spiders.
shape it because
Yeah.
Oh, is that
So
what it said?
so
But even-
as you try to shape it,
Mhm.
it resists you.
Oh, okay. Killian, can you hear me? Killian.
Can I hear that? No, not now, Lucas. We're busy.
You're sleeping.
No, I'm clearly awake.
Okay, well, I've infiltrated the prison to talk to you.
Killian does not respond.
Okay.
Keith, what am I dreaming?
She's alive.
What are you dreaming?
Oh,
Well, apparently somebody else is there because you said we.
What does Killia usually dream?
Oh no, I know what Killian's dreaming about right now. As long as you look at Killian, everything's fine.
Okay.
If you try and pay any attention to anything else going on around him, your brain starts to hurt because there's there's things flying around, then there's information you don't want to be a part of.
No, Nesher painting, no!
You're stuck with this for 8 hours.
Why the heck? What the?
Not now, Lucas. I've almost got this.
I highly doubt that.
You got nothing.
This is effed.
No, it's great.
Killian, will you listen to me?
Lucas?
No, I'm your fairy godmother. It's a long detour, but I finally made it. Of course it's Lucas. Who has this voice? Do you think if a fairy godmother had a voice like this, she'd be... Anyway. I've infiltrated into your dreams. I can't use sending to you. Because it's cut off.
Okay, that makes an amount of sense.
An amount.
Alright. Well, per your request, and to make sure, we have set up the fake place for Simi to be hiding out. It's at Left Hand Fork Road at 32 Riverside, the basement room. I'll repeat again. Left Hand Fork Road, 32 Riverside, basement room. We've set it up to make it look like Simi's been using it as a hideout, one of her hideouts.
Keith,
Yes.
does Killian know enough about the layout of the city at this point to know where this location is?
I mean, you've been here for a while. You've been exploring around. You may have you probably have a general idea, but it's not someplace that you've specifically gone to. So you would have to. It's like you could narrow it down and maybe get to it.
So I could describe like the neighborhood it's in.
Yes.
Okay, that's good enough for me. Okay. Good. Great.
Yes. How are you? How's it holding up?
Well, the whole tower is a spelljammer ship, like what the witch had.
Yep.
Okay.
We have 8 hours.
Wait. We have how long?
8 hours?
You're gonna be in my dream for 8 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure you're gonna like that, but okay.
Tell either me or you wake up.
Lucas,
Uh-huh.
make me a wisdom saving throw,
Yes.
please.
It's like
Okay. Wisdom, you say?
Mhm.
Cling!
Nope.
It's okay. You have a crap ton of inspiration.
That's true.
gonna need it.
So it begins.
There's a 1 and a 6.
Yippee!
That's a 12 and a 2. Once more. We'll save one for later. A 12 and a 7. A 5.
So from over Killian's shoulder,
A phase spider.
you start to see this glowing rune
Oh.
in a language that you are not familiar with.
Are you sure?
Hmm.
Okay.
And it floats over his shoulder, right at you. And as it gets closer, it turns into a phase spider and jumps onto your face.
Don't look at it. Don't look at it. You're not supposed
And,
to look
and
at it. Close your eyes.
as it attaches to itself, you start to see like the schematics of the Spelljammer infiltrating your brain.
Ignore all of that. Pay no attention to it.
At this point,
may I ask a question? Can I? How do I put this? Can I do it better than he did in retaining the information, and then can I file this in a cabinet in my brain
That's what I did.
more effectively than he did?
we'll see.
Okay.
I'm gonna run over and try and shoo the. Nope.
So the first thing,
Don't look at that.
first thing I need you to do. First thing I need you to do is make make a con save
Con save? Oh boy.
to keep your spell up.
Oh, right.
How do you get advantage in all these?
I don't.
That's disadvantage, my friend.
Not on this one. So the last one was a disadvantage.
Yeah. It's like
Look, aim,
No, it says
aim
it
high,
in my
shoot
class ability
low.
it has advantage on every roll.
it's just super cool.
What class are you playing? It's called a Mary Sue.
13.
13. Oh.
That's a face hugger.
So the whole sort of dreamscape starts to shake,
Okay.
and you start to see like cracks through the dream reality
Okay.
start to appear, but you're able to hold on to it for a little bit.
She just looks super constipated on my end. Like,
What I forget what I had you roll to
I believe it was an intelligence saving throw.
to integrate and keep your sanity. Was it
Was
wisdom or was it intelligence?
I think it was intelligence because I remember being real confident about it.
Okay.
Oh, I got
Okay.
like I felt cocky. It was probably intelligence.
All right. We will. So we'll do that.
He said intelligence, and I went, oh, my +4, sure.
Which intelligence skill?
Intelligence?
I would, if it's a skill, I would say it's going to be Arcana.
Yeah. Make me an Arcana roll.
That was a face.
Yeah.
It's fine. He's super good at this.
What's your intelligence?
+4.
Okay.
Yeah. 27.
All right.
Why are you so
Okay.
scared?
All right. So you don't.
I wasn't being scared. I just.
All
I was
right.
being scared of what I would roll.
So you don't.
You don't lose your mind.
You don't lose your mind. You assimilate the information into your brain. You, however, do not have any clue what it is you are absorbing.
That's fine.
It is just
does
it is
anyone.
just filling all of the empty nooks and crannies that you have in your head. It's just filling them up. Your brain is at capacity, and you're actually starting to get a little bit of a headache from what you are assimilating.
And now for the rest of your life, sometimes you'll just get this flash of a gold phase spider crawling around your brain.
Oh no.
And as you're able to actually sort of assimilate the information, the phase spider sort of, it goes not fully incorporeal. You can still see it, but it like becomes very translucent, and just sinks right into your face.
Oh, that's not good.
Ow!
And the whole dreamscape just sort of trembles and shakes and shudders
What the
around
fuck,
you.
Julian?
Yeah, tell Simi, the tower's the same as the witch's tower.
Okay.
Oh, you're still here. I thought you were about to die.
Die!
Yeah, I would avoid looking at. Okay, hang on. Kill's gonna try real hard to be like, no, think of a different dream. Think of a different dream. Make it a different dream.
Okay. What?
That's a dangerous.
Just make me a wisdom roll.
Not a save.
Not a save, just a straight roll.
You're dreaming of badgers.
14.
14. Okay. You are able to shift away from the sort of schematic world of the Spelljammer. You do find yourself and Lucas in your the sort of hidden room of your workshop back in the valley, and hanging on the wall all the way around, it starts right at the sort of the stairs, and right next to the stairs you've got what you called or what you recognize as the anatomical studies you did for your badger.
Okay.
So it starts off as it's an actual badger that you went out and hunted and flayed open and pinned up on the wall, and then from there it goes into drawings of skeletons and organs and all the way around, and then about halfway around you started on the prototypes and you start building up, and then on the very as you get back around to where the stairs are, there's a mechanical badger just sort of splayed up on the wall looking at you and looking at Lucas.
All right, Lucas, there is one rule. There is one... Lucas, there is one rule. We don't talk about that thing.
What about what?
Exactly. It doesn't exist. We don't acknowledge it.
You just cry. What are we not supposed to be talking about?
Exactly, I like where your head's at.
My head hurts.
I bet it does. You're gonna have a fun time dealing with that.
I can help you with that.
So,
A badger?
Is that what we're supposed to be doing, or is it the first?
I don't
thing
know
we're
what you're
supposed to
talking
be
about. So, 8 hours, huh?
If you don't have a head, it can't hurt. Just let me down off the wall.
8 hours, huh?
What the F did you do in life, Killian?
I did a lot of things in life. I built a fire engine. I attempted to create a combustion engine. That was a trip. Let's see, what else did I do?
I want to play with fire.
We found out that there were changelings that lived among us, and so I met a bunch of changelings. Lots of stuff. Anyway, so was that your only message that you needed to send to me?
I guess.
I like to imagine it is right like for you from Lucas' perspective, it is right over Killian's shoulder, and he's just adamantly like, nope.
We're just not acknowledging this.
So the mechanical badger, when he says changelings, flows out of the mechanical badger and into another form. It's actually the form of Alma.
Good thing you're not looking at
You're
it.
messed up, man.
Okay. I'd like to wake up now. Can I wake up, please?
All you have to do is dismiss the spell.
That seems uncalled for.
Gave you the sig-
Just me, face down in a pillow.
I was gonna say, you're gonna wake up with a nosebleed from the aneurysm you're having.
All right, so the two of you out on the street, enjoying your lettuce wrap, do wind up getting back, or making your way through the streets and approaching the cloister.
Okay, well, I'm going to be this way, but have a good night, and I will see you shortly, yes?
Yeah. Well, yeah. As short as short can. Yeah. Short as short can be. I guess. Yeah. Absolutely.
You are not very tall, so that does make sense.
Well, it's, with the ears, I'm at least 4 foot.
For what? I'm at least 4. Yes, well, good evening to you.
Yeah,
and,
sleep good. Enjoy your evening.
You do as well. And if it is appropriate, pass along greetings to your family.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Good night.
Good night. I'm gonna go this way.
All right, you make your way into the cloister. You know where you're going. It is still early enough that the torches along the pathway have not been extinguished yet for the night. You imagine it won't be too long before that does happen, though.
Yep.
But you make your way back to your family's cottage near the gardens. As you approach the door, you put your hand to the doorknob, and you get this sort of prickling sense on the back of your neck,
Like I'm being watched?
like you're being watched.
Can we just like casually do like a stretching and kind of like do a quick little scan?
Sure. Make me a perception check, please.
Oh, beautiful. 14.
14? Okay. There in the moonlight, out in the middle of the vegetable patch, there's a figure, backlit by the full moon, hood pulled up over its face. So you can't see details of who it is. But they're standing there and watching you.
Hey.
And they reach out to the side. They're far enough away that they're a good ways away. It's like halfway across the patch, maybe more. Probably a good 100 feet or so.
Gotcha.
And they reach out to their side,
And 10 heartbeats later.
and as they and just sort of wave their hand through the air as though they are stroking the head of something.
Yeah.
And right before you sort of turn and open the door to dart inside, the sort of ghostly shadow of a dire wolf starts to come into being.
Yeah, I'm home. I'm home.
Inside.
If you're under the
Inside.
blanket, they can't get you.
Home is safe.
And I will acknowledge and open the door and go inside.
All right. You make your way to the
To Castian's safe
to
house.
Castian's safe house. You key yourself in.
I'm going to pick up my teapot that I left there and check on my tea weird.
There is sort of a noise in the hallway behind you as Akarai sort of comes in the door and closes it behind him.
All clear, I assume?
Seem to be.
Perfect.
No one was following the two of you, so that was good.
I didn't expect that there would be, but it's always better safe than sorry.
Indeed. I need to be getting back to Cassius's.
Would you like an accompaniment along the way?
I think I'll be fine, thank you.
Do be safe. I don't know that Simi would ever forgive me if I let you get hurt.
I am not so sure about that, but thank you for saying it at least. Keep an eye on her. She's processing a lot right now.
I will.
Be safe.
I will.
And he opens the door, looks both directions, slips out into the night, and is out of your sight almost immediately.
Okay. Well, provided that Killian's stuff is where he left it, I'm just gonna see if I would even notice. Probably not. Oh well. 17.
So, I mean, it's where he left it.
Okay. This is probably best not left here. So I'll grab his bag, put it along with my own, and start heading back.
Okay. It is. It is a typical city night. It's quieter than the day, obviously, but it's it's not quiet by any stretch. There are still people about, but given all of that, you are still able to rather easily get back to where you were going.
Yeah, the warehouse.
Yeah, you are not accosted in any way. Perhaps wearing the robes of the order might have something to do with that. But whatever the case, you are able to find your way through the city streets unmolested.
Sunflower there, and home.
All right. What you up to?
Well, I'm watching him twitch on the floor, apparently. I don't know.
And bleed out of his nose.
Yeah.
Just making some weird noises in the bed.
It's just like, Lucas? What am I doing?
For the amount of time it takes for the conversation to happen,
Yeah.
Lucas is at home right now.
Dial tone.
Didn't tell me what to do if I get worried about Lucas. He just told me he wanted me to watch him. I'm watching him.
I'm not liking it.
So when you break the connection, do you wake up or are you still asleep?
I mean, with the amount of hurt my head probably feels, I absolutely freaking wake up.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, 'cause you scream into the pillow.
Are you okay?
My head hurts. Give me a second.
I can do some monk acupressure
That's
stuff.
not gonna work unless killing me is your option, and I might take that opportunity without my head hurts.
I don't wanna.
Well, I don't want to die either, but it hurts. Killian's mind's effed.
Well, yeah.
So bad.
This is news to you.
Yes. I've
Is
known
it-
him as long as you have.
That's fair. That's fair. That's reasonable. Yeah.
You
that
didn't
tracks.
warn me.
Yeah.
You didn't no one warned me.
That does.
There was no warning.
Yeah, there's a lot of scary stuff in there. I'm 100% sure, and I'm glad it was you and not me.
Yeah. Well, he has the address,
Good.
and then he said something. What was it? Pierre passed the pain. What was it? The tower is like the one you fought with the elf lady, the evil elf lady.
Damn it.
I don't know what that means. I had.
The problem is I don't exactly either, but yes, I do, and it's not a good sign.
Okay.
But they might not know what they have.
They probably do.
I don't know about that. I am not sure. Like, I'm sure that they figured out that there are some magical bits and pieces. That part, sure. But that is something that I am not sure very many people could know. It's a whole thing. I don't really know what to do with that information.
Neither do I.
Like, the best person to know what to do with that information is currently inside said tower
Yeah.
somewhere. That's unfortunate.
Well, hopefully tomorrow will be a better day.
Are you gonna check in again?
Not tonight. Maybe not ever.
I mean, you can also do a
Not
touch
ever.
and go and just make sure he's alive. And then just leave? I don't know.
I will have to see.
Or, you know, if there's deeper conversation that has to happen, maybe
Maybe.
whisper, like, sweet nothings into his ear or something, make him dream of something that's... I don't know if that's less
I
terrifying,
couldn't
actually.
control the dream.
What? Can you
I
give
had
me...
a whole bit planned.
Aww.
Do you want to tell somebody so it's not wasted?
No, the moment's passed.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry your whole bit didn't get to go and do its thing.
I'd say goodnight, but I don't know if I can go back to bed after that.
Do you need a place to write?
I'm good.
That's fair. That's fair.
But he's alive
That's
now.
good.
for now.
That's good, and I'm glad. Hopefully he stays that way. Did Rosk take to him? Did he say?
Do what?
Did Rosk take to him? Did he, like...
I don't. He didn't say much.
Okay.
Before I got brain blasted.
No, I just hope he doesn't get...
Brain blast! Brain blast!
Start doing a weird thing from Wolverine and Deadpool.
Took me back to Jimmy Neutron.
That's what I was thinking.
That was
Yeah.
that was the reference.
I'm a little too old, sorry.
It's okay.
Sorry, no.
It wasn't great
Just
anyway.
a little.
That's not true at all.
Nostalgia lenses. Well, I guess since you're awake now, I'm sorry, you're probably not going to be able to go back to sleep. I suppose I should probably
For a
get some
hot
rest.
minute.
Do you want to play a game of chess?
I have a lot of writing I gotta do. I'm gonna go off in my pouting corner and
Already?
And right.
We just barely got this place.
Okay.
It's already the designated pouting corner.
The first thing she did.
Okay. So you're going off to your pouting corner. You're going to do what for the rest of the night?
I don't know.
Not think.
Not think.
Try not to think.
Try
Am I-
not to think.
Am I here already? Okay. Yeah.
You're actually arriving right about this point. As you open the door downstairs, off the street, off in the distance, out on the sort of out towards the harbor, you hear a couple of bell, like tolls.
Okay. Having grown up here, is this...
Well, having grown up here, you would recognize it as sort of the start of what would normally be used to alarm the city to danger from the sea.
Okay.
But normally it doesn't cut off. It normally doesn't stop. So once it starts going, it keeps going. And that's not what happened. It was like dong dong. And you would normally think of it to keep, you would normally expect it to keep going, and it didn't.
Okay. So was it a
So it's-
mistake? Was it a...
Right. So
All I can think is nothing. No, I mean nothing.
Were you thinking like CSI or whatever it is? Dong dong.
That's Law and Order.
Law and Order. Thank you. I don't actually watch those shows, so
I did.
I mean, if you've seen one, you
Yeah.
No,
No, it's different. Sometimes they're males. Sometimes they're females.
Yeah, see, different.
Special Victims Unit.
All 20 seasons.
Oh, I'm thinking Criminal Minds. That's definitely different.
So I'll just sort of peek in. Everyone all right?
look up from writing. Hi.
Hey, everything all right? Did we get a hold of him?
Well, yes. I think Lucas might be permanently scarred now.
Ah, that's unfortunate. Would you like some tea?
Yes, please.
Okay, so I will go ahead and like throw in some chamomile leaves into the pot. I have something I need to check out really fast, but give this a moment, let it steep. It actually steeps really quickly because of the tea weird in there. But give it, say, 10 minutes, and it should be good. I'll be back. I just heard something I want to check out. And I'll step back out.
Do you
Okay.
need help?
No, it should be fine. I think it was probably a mistake or something, but just something I want to check before bed.
Okay.
And then we never saw
And then
him
he's just
again.
dead. Yep.
I can't. Dang it. I can't. I gotta at least like go and see where he's going.
Okay. So you're gonna follow along behind him?
I'm just leisurely strolling. It wouldn't be hard to follow him. Now, following unseen would be harder, but like generally following him's not going to be difficult because he's going to stroll along the waterfront towards the, probably towards the, because I need to see a picture of the city again. There is like an inlet, right? Like the place where the boats would come into dock normally?
Yeah, so the docks are on the north side.
And everything else was like cliff face, wasn't it?
It's not cliff face, but it sort of builds up from the harbor, yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, and then the docks would be.
So the docks would be...
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, right. I had it backwards.
Yeah.
Okay.
The map's upside down.
Okay. And then we were. That's right. We were down here somewhere, I think.
Yeah, where our law.
Yeah, it's sort of in
places.
it's on the north side.
Okay, so I'll walk along the river front until we get towards the docks, and that's
Okay.
where I'm headed. Okay. Not hard to follow. Just if you're trying to be sneaky, then he might notice. But he's not walking particularly quickly.
She would be more sneaky about other people, not so much you.
Okay.
So kind of.
He's just leisurely walking.
Okay. Looking for anything in particular?
So, given that he has more of an open view, what is the night like? Are we talking like a moonlit night? How bright is it out?
So it is a full moon night, so it's fairly bright.
Okay.
Looking out across the harbor, there are several ships at anchor. There are several ships on the dock, either loading or unloading various states. That rocky point out sort of in the middle of the harbor, there is the watchtower there, which is where you would have heard the bell from.
Okay.
You have grown up here long enough to know that there's usually some kind of light up there. I mean, it's not like a lighthouse bright light, but there's usually at least like a torch or a lamp or something indicating that there is someone up there keeping watch. That watchtower is completely dark.
Are there any like smaller vessels moving back and forth? Because I assume that you can't just walk there.
Yeah,
Not like a
so
bridge
there
out to
are a few rowboats out moving on the bay. Some of them are coming and going to the ships. Some of them are just crossing the bay from one side to the other. There's a couple that have like covered cabins sort of at the rear for passengers. So it's a little water taxi kind of things. Those are flitting about. Are you looking for any going into a specific location or direction?
No, because he still is sort of assuming that this was an accident.
Okay.
But he is gonna head that way in case something needs somebody needs help. But he is just sort of, if it doesn't look like there's any unusual traffic, then he's just gonna keep his leisurely pace
Yeah.
as he's walking.
Doesn't really seem like it.
Yeah, then he'll just keep walking slowly then.
Okay. For the both of you, you and Simi, make me an insight check, please.
No.
25.
25?
My actual rolls have been really good tonight. All of my test
Crap,
rolls
did
were
you-
under 10.
Pass it to me. So that is insight. Where's my insight? Oh, that's really messy. 12.
12?
Thankfully, it's very high.
Okay. All your attention is on Lucas, just kind of watching to make sure that he's... you
Yeah,
know,
Lucas.
Or not
Do
Lucas,
good.
Artemis.
Artemis, sorry.
You're fine.
So all of your attention is on Artie to make sure that he's,
Not being attacked.
not being attacked and safe and all of that. Artemis, most of the people on the dock are just going about their regular, everyday, normal dockside business. There is one... There's one half-drunk bum, that has climbed up on top of a barrel that's standing on end. He's got one arm sort of hanging onto one of the pillars from the sidewalk cover out in front of a tavern. The other one, he's sort of half sloshing a mug of ale, and he is staring out across the bay towards the tower. Isn't that right? I tell you, there's supposed to be a light. You're always supposed to keep a light on so that you can write your reports. If you're not writing your reports, how do we know what's going on at that? It's not right. It's not right. It's not right. I tell you, it's not right. It's not right.
Sir, I kind of noticed that as well. Would you like... Do you have a boat? A rowboat or anything
Had a
like that?
boat once.
Not anymore?
No.
Ah,
No, ran her onto a shoal. Yep.
nasty business, that.
Nasty business. Lots of tentacles came up, took all of the fish that I'd caught. Yep.
That is unfortunate.
Yep.
Here,
That was the night I met my wife.
oh,
Yep, she flopped right into the boat with me.
I'm
Great
gonna hand
big
in like
print.
3 copper pieces and...
Oh,
Well, I hope your luck turns.
Just like that, he's
thank
out.
you, sir. Thank you, sir. And he steps down off the barrel
Careful, careful.
and staggers into the tavern.
L'chaim. And I am going to walk down and see if there's any fishermen that look like they're going to be heading out anytime soon.
Most of the fishermen have pulled their boats up for the night. They are they're done for the night. There's no reason to go out fishing at night for the most part. There are a couple of water taxis sort of standing by for if people wanted to go across to the upscale side of town rather than go up to the bridges and cross that way.
I'll sort of try to wave one down.
Yes, sir.
As a curiosity, how much would it cost for a short trip? I'd just like to go look at the watchtower a little closer.
Oh, don't take can't take people to the watchtower, sir.
No,
It's
no,
official
just,
business.
just closer.
Oh.
Not directly to it. I understand that as a
Well,
security checkpoint, as it were.
it's a little late to be looking at the watchtower, but
Just some oddness. I noticed the light is out, so I wanted to make sure nobody was hurt or coughing or anything. Just to double check.
that is a bit odd. Yeah. Well, I can give you a spin around.
Thank you.
Out to the tower and back. 5 silver, please.
How about we make it an even gold?
That'll work.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
More money you made
I would like
already.
to applaud you on maybe the most consistent accent you've ever had for any character in a
That is
game.
pretty good. That is pretty good.
Thank you. Right away. Right on, sir.
And I'll just look back over at Sammy and be like, I'll be back shortly.
You want to bring the missus?
Up to you. I do understand that we also have someone waiting at home.
The kid.
A dying man.
Make sure that he lets the tea steep.
Code words.
Right. Off we go.
Thank you.
She does want to make sure that he gets around his little tour safe
Okay.
before she turns.
So he pushes off from the dock. It's not a flat calm night, but it's not too choppy. You are, in sort of protected waters after
Yeah.
all. You still get a little bit of wave action in from the ocean.
Oh
Sorry, sir. It's one of those nights.
no, this is not your fault at all. I just I forgot. It's been a long time since I've been on a boat of any sort, and it doesn't always agree with my stomach.
Well, I shall do my best to keep it from being too overwhelming, sir.
You just do what you do. You can consider this a night cruise.
Right you are, sir. And he continues sort of the rowing and makes your way through sort of the anchorage past some of the other ships. You do hear most of the, a lot of the crews are still sort of, they're still winding down just a little bit. There's, a little bit of revelry on some of them, probably the ones that had just come in from a long voyage and have been ashore and come back and the party is still going, that sort of thing. But there's, the creaking of ropes and, hulls sort of flexing on the water, the clinking of the anchor chains as the ships sort of ride at anchor. And it doesn't take too long before you're out past sort of the anchorage and about halfway to the watchtower. Make me a perception check.
That's not as good. 14.
14. Okay. You're kind of having, it's kind of hard to focus on much of anything with the sort of the bobbing of the boats and the swells and you're just having a real hard time of focusing. But the tower is still standing there on its rocky promontory. The waves sort of washing around it as they come in off the sea. There is a little sort of there's a little sort of jetty built out from the island. Gets out past sort of the harder, rockier shore. You assume that's kind of where any boats that are coming out this way would be tied up. There is nothing there.
Interesting. Do you happen to know? Ugh. Sorry. Ugh. Do you happen to know this this tower? It's under the city guard watch, yes? Or is that? Do you know exactly whose jurisdiction that would be?
Most days it's the city guard. back in the heyday, it used to be the military used to run it, but those days are past, of course.
Good thing.
So you say, sir. So you say. I'll not argue the point, but
It means there's no war on, right? It's safer for all of us.
Of course, sir. Right you are. But these days, during the day it's a city watch. During the night, like tonight, it should have been someone from the order, I thought.
That is concerning. Now I know that actually what is the running along water thing for monks? Does anybody remember offhand?
You can just walk on water with your speed and just go. But if you stop, then you just
sink.
poop.
All right, as long as I maintain my faith. Okay.
Your faith and your speed.
I am a little concerned that the light is out.
Putty stuff. You can.
You don't think they'd be able to hear us from down here over the
Not
waves?
not down here, sir. Not over the breakers.
He'll sort of like gesture to his vestments. I think it is probably my duty to make sure that everyone up there is all right. You, however, will not dock because that is unsafe, and I would hate for you to get in any kind of trouble.
Well,
However, I think I need to go up and check. Would you mind making another loop around, and then if I am back, I can run out to you?
of course, sir.
Okay. And he'll sort of like, he doesn't have a hat to tip it, but he'll like reach for a hat and thank you. And he's just gonna like stand up and take off the boat towards the dock.
All right. He says make a loop. I'll make a loop. And he starts to turn the boat. And
I love he's not phased by the whole water thing. Just all right.
I mean, monks are everywhere
Yeah.
around here.
Oh, I guess
Yeah.
that's true.
So-
Good point.
Not his first time.
Not my first water.
okay.
And I'm gonna head up to try to check stuff out.
All right. We'll come back to that.
Yep, I'm definitely not coming back ever. I'm just gonna be dead.
As I say, what a time to have this sort of thing happen, and I am incapacitated.
Yep.
Same.
Well, you've been asleep.
Yep.
Did you wake up? Did you wake up at all when?
I don't think so.
So you're just sitting there talking to the badger.
I suspect
That's
this is
Ella
not the. I suspect this is not the first time Killian has had this particular nightmare. So, Killian knows you don't talk to the badger. We don't acknowledge the badger.
All right. Okay. Yeah, we'll stick with you then for a little bit.
Lucky.
So you get to the base of the tower. There is one door. There is no answer.
Concerning, I'll open the door if it's unlocked,
It is unlocked.
and we will begin making our way up because
Okay.
I suspect somebody is sick or something.
So the bottom floor is sort of the living area of the tower. It's a fairly high roof, as such things go. A little bit higher than you would normally see, but there's a little kitchen area, a little sitting area with a fireplace off to one side. There's no fire. There's no lanterns lit or anything like that. It does look like there are some personal effects that have been set down, but other than that, there is no sign of life.
Okay.
As you start up the stairs, the next level up, sort of in the center of the space, because the stairs run around the outside, sort of in the center of the space, there is a what looks to be a single sleeping quarters. Now it's not it's not a single bed. It's sort of a bunk bed arrangement. Looks like space for about 4 people. So rotating watch kind of thing, perhaps.
Yeah, especially when it's
in the
military,
day.
yeah.
Again, it's one of those things. It looks like some personal effects were set down, but
But nobody's sleeping.
but
currently?
nobody's but nobody's sleeping. No. Okay. So the next level up, the center, as you've been going, the tower's been kind of narrowing. So the stairs have been getting slightly tighter and tighter. The rooms are getting smaller and smaller. The next level up looks as though it has been, or it's the office for the space. And as you sort of push your way in, there's someone sitting at the desk. Now the lamps are out, and the person is just sitting there. In fact, kind of almost slumped over the desk as though asleep.
Okay. I will reach into my pack and pull out flint and tinder, and I've got some candles in there. And I will sort of set it on the floor and light it. Excuse me. Excuse me. I'll light my candle.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't have dark vision.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
So as the light falls on the person, you notice that as he's laying there on the desk, his throat has been slashed and he has bled out all over the paperwork on the desk.
All right. Well, we are immediately activating then some magic from my wrist wraps. Where is that? It is a light cantrip from my wrist wraps.
Okay.
And I'm going to immediately check the room because obviously he didn't slit his own throat.
Maybe.
There, I mean, aside from what you would expect to find in sort of a military office, albeit not a military, but it was
Probably
it was very
military, yeah.
clearly a military office at some point. Aside from that, you don't see anything else.
Well, I'll step a little closer and I'm going to keep an eye towards the entrance here and I'm
Mhm.
going to check for a pulse.
In fact, he's quite cold.
Interesting. Then I will continue up,
Okay.
moving much slower and more carefully now.
The next level up is sort of the open observation deck. There is a large, there's a large brass bell. But what this area mainly affords is a 360-degree view of the ocean around the city and the city itself. The first thing you see as you sort of peek up over the top is there is another body right at the very base of the draw cord for the bell. One arm is outstretched as though it had been grasping it. In his back, there is a snapped off hand crossbow bolt.
Okay.
Caught him in the back.
Well, is there like, I'm assuming there's at least, guardrail enough for, you don't want people to fall off, right?
Right. Yes.
Okay, I am staying low.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to move over and I'm going to ring the bell as loud as I can manage without exposing myself to whatever Archer. Is it clear from like directionality where the blood there would be blood spatter or anything?
Looks like whoever shot him came up from the stairs.
Okay. Yep, we're gonna ring the bell and I'm gonna be watching the stairs.
Cindy's over there just going, shh.
Okay. All right. Ding 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 ding. So, are you still on the docks?
I would probably be like on the roofs.
Okay. So as the bell starts pealing from the watchtower out across the bay, the docks like go absolutely nuts. It's like an anthill just got kicked over. The ships that are on the dock, loading and unloading, they start closing out that process. No matter which direction it's going, no matter where they are in it, they are stopping in the middle of whatever they're doing. Sailors are starting to pour out of the taverns and rush back to their boats. Either the ships, if their ships happen to be on the dock, that's where they're going. If their ships happen to be moored out on the bay, you start to see, or you start to hear them clamber for the water taxis and the fishing boats and the whatever, trying to haggle with whoever is running them to get rides out to their ships. It's pandemonium. City guards start to show up in droves. Torches are lit all along the waterfront. They're shouting. People don't know what's going on, what's happening.
Do I hear the bell going off?
Make me a perception check.
He's probably awake.
12? Okay, hold on a second. -1.
Oh,
Yeah, no. And the reason you don't is because you've sort of gone. You're trying to get some rest, and so you have pulled a pillow down over your ears.
Dang it.
Would you be asleep?
Probably not yet.
Make
Probably-
make me a perception check.
Sure, absolutely. Oh, I don't say it's a 27, but let me
Wow.
make sure. Yeah, 27.
27. Okay, so yeah, you sort of through the door and everything, you hear a bell from down on the harbor.
Big ears.
Big ears.
Still big ears.
And not long after that, you do start to hear sort of the sounds of activity start to pick up at the cloister as well.
Yeah.
Again, mostly chaotic. Nobody really knows what's happening yet, but there's raised voices, and you start to hear maybe the sounds of orders being given to close the gates and barricade the walls, and set guards for
That's good.
for whatever.
What could possibly go wrong?
So you do hear an uptick in activity.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's. Yeah.
Trying to think if they would do anything in the dungeons.
Would Rosk do anything about me?
Not currently.
Yeah,
no
probably
one knows
not.
what's going on currently.
Probably not with, or at least not right now.
I don't think. Well,
All that everyone knows is that the alarm bell is ringing.
Yeah, I mean, it's totally fair.
Yeah, so probably not.
But why is the alarm?
just go back to sleep, Brayden.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
I would love nothing
Yeah, so
more.
Brayden's like, I would love nothing more than to be asleep right now.
So you didn't do anything but look around
Yeah.
the tower top.
I didn't
He
even
has
look over the top. Like,
No idea.
All right, you may be the only person with the view to see. Make me a perception check.
Fail me this time, please.
After taking
That's
the
24.
crossbow bolts in the
24.
alleyway before, I'm not taking chances. Those hurt.
Okay. So you're you're kind of watching where Artemis went, and you hear the bell, and you see all of the pandemonium start up, and you look out, sort of past the tower, and out at the very edge of the horizon,
As far as your half elf eyes can
As
see.
far as your half elf eyes can see, there are ships. A lot of ships.
Not good. Not good.
And I mean you're no expert, and they're really far away, but it looks like they're coming this direction.
I see the boater like making a loop, right?
Yeah, you
If
do
he
see
still
the
is.
well.
He hasn't just abandoned me.
Oh, gold piece, that's playing.
I mean, we wouldn't blame
Yeah,
him.
yeah, he is still just making the loop.
I got a loop with him. I got to get Artemis.
Oh, I mean, we're out in the middle. If you look at your map, we're out in the middle of the bay.
I mean, yeah.
And so once I've, rung the bell for a solid, 30 seconds, I'm booking it back down the stairs.
Okay. All right. So the bell rings for 30 seconds, and then it goes silent. And as it goes silent, everyone on the dock just sort of freezes and turns and looks that direction. And an eerie silence descends over the docks.
And she's gonna make sure, because she's not sure.
Bless you.
Bless you. Round 2.
Gesundheit?
Budstrova.
Other languages.
She's gonna make sure what?
Hold, please.
Only for allergies.
Okay, she is going to make sure, because she's not sure if anybody else has seen this yet. She assumes with the hush that falls over the crowd that they have, but I'm not willing to assume either. So she's
Everyone seems to be looking at the tower, not past it.
like,
Because of your elevation, you can see a little bit farther than most
Could
everyone
you
else.
shout, the horizon?
I don't want to draw attention to myself.
Mm-hmm.
So I am going to get down into the crowd and start going, ships on the horizon. Ships, what? Ships on the horizon. And
Keep bouncing from crowd to crowd.
Yeah, bouncing from place to place until I can make my way through to
Okay.
the place where the boat is coming through. Thank you. So yeah, I'm gonna do my version of rumor, which is
I bet
much
it's not
worse,
going to work as
but-
well.
But at some point, when I am kind of ducked down, I will say loudly once I hear other people whispering, "Ships on the horizon!" Yeah.
Okay.
Just gradually getting louder and
Yeah,
louder
right.
with each group.
Yep.
There
Exactly.
you go. All right. So the news is spreading. The news is spreading. Or at least the rumor is spreading.
The old-fashioned way.
The old-fashioned way.
So snow.
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
A gamble, maybe? Does the ringing in my head stop long enough that it was the ringing of the bell? And not the ringing in my head?
So the ringing in your head is still sort of
Okay.
drowning out the bell itself.
Okay.
But when the bell stops, it's like you notice that it stops. You didn't notice it when it was going, but you notice it when it stops.
Okay.
So what you want to do with that information is up to you. Artie, you come booking it down the...
And I am not stopping at the dock. I am running out to the boat.
Yeah, just right across to your boat. Oh, welcome back, sir.
Thank you. Let's go fast, please.
Right you are, sir. No questions asked. I assume it was not what you were looking for.
Well, no, not what I'd hoped, and worse than what I'd, feared. So let's, everyone in that tower is dead?
Let's be somewhere that
That's
is
not
space.
good, sir. Rowing as fast as I
not
can.
good, sir.
Well, faster,
If you need me to spell you out, please let me know.
Oh, I think I've got it, sir. Thank you very much. And he is rowing as fast as you can. It helps that now on the way back in, there is sort of a following sea, so the waves and the wind seem to be pushing you back towards the dock.
I'm seeing him.
Mm-hmm.
He's just sort of rocking on the ship.
I will just ask, sir, that if you need to, that you chum the waters and not the bottom of the boat.
Well said.
Yep. I don't mind feeding the fishes. That's totally fine.
So, dead, you say? Was it?
I do not know. One had the slit throat, the other one had a crossbow bolt in his back.
Why would they want to do that?
I don't know, but I would prefer not to be there to find out.
Right, you are.
That is above my pay grade.
So within, it's a much shorter time to get back to the docks, but within a 5-10 minutes, he's got you back, and the two of you are climbing out onto the docks.
Are you there, or are you still in the crowd?
I would be visible to you. Yeah.
So I am beelining. Thank you. I'm beelining for you. We have to get back to the cloister. We have to let you count. I have to get to the cloister now.
Okay. Dead, I assume.
All of them, yes.
Okay, I'll get back to the warehouse. You get to the cloister.
Keep Lucas safe. I will be there as soon as I can.
Absolutely. And I am gonna
Okay.
hop back on the ship.
He still doesn't know about the boats.
Nope.
Well, does he hear the crowd talking?
Make a perception check.
Probably at disadvantage
Mm-hmm.
because I'm hurrying.
Oh my gosh!
That could have been way worse.
Way worse. That's a very good roll.
Yeah, 24.
24.
Very nice.
15 and an 18.
So as you are pushing through the crowd, you are hearing ships on the horizon.
Damn it.
Ships on the horizon.
No.
And in fact, one of them catches your ear. Armada on the horizon.
Oh,
Not that I can go faster, but I am going as fast as I can.
As these old legs will take me.
And actually, probably so that I don't have to avoid people, I'm probably going to go to rooftops.
Okay.
Because I figure that'll be faster.
Okay. You push right by one of the city guards who is looking the other direction. He doesn't even notice you, and he doesn't notice that you start climbing the wall right next to him. His attention is elsewhere.
He's busy. Yeah.
Fully.
All right, so you're off to the cloister.
Back to the warehouse.
Back to the warehouse. What do you do when you get there?
I fill Lucas in on what the hell just happened. So,
An armada!
yep. How many?
You couldn't
An
count
armada?
them. You didn't count them.
I didn't
Can I
count.
go to the window and
Boats,
see?
lots of boats. Lots of boats.
From where your windows are looking out, you can't actually see them.
I can if I pull up my telescope.
And they
If you're in the
killed
wrong
people.
direction.
He's like, oh wait.
Yeah, I
That's
pull
not
out
the
my
ocean.
spyglass and take a look.
All right. Make the perception check with advantage.
Fudge. Wow. 17.
17. Okay. Yeah. So through the spyglass, you can start to make out ships, sort of right at the very edge of the horizon. There's a lot of them.
Can I tell of what nation?
No, they are not familiar. They are a completely alien design.
Damn it. Okay.
Alien design? Are they?
Aliens?
This is Space Armada. I had it
No,
right.
no. So it is a completely different design. So think the difference between like a European design and
Chinese.
like a Chinese junk. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Everybody panic.
It is my professional opinion that now is the time to panic.
We should be. I know this is stupid what I'm about to say, but we need to be close to the cloister because from what Killian has said about what that tower can do, and that means that Rosk could leave the city
That's
if it's
not
under.
what he said.
Well, no, he told me the story of what the old tower could do.
Did
Yeah, in a very old story.
Yeah, a while
Ah,
ago.
A long time ago.
Okay.
Which means if the city gets under attack, Rosk, if he knows what the tower can do, could just leave in it. Along with Killian, who's in its basement.
Crap. Do I go get Acherai?
I don't know! Costas has never been under a siege before in its entire history.
Okay.
Not for lack of trying on my
Never
part.
like trying.
I think
This time we have the army.
I need to go.
But even if he doesn't happen, it's probably good if we stay close, because if the city starts getting overrun by whatever that armada contains, we need to get Killian out before we leave.
Yeah, we should go. Let's go get Acherai and.
Screw that, and I'm gonna send him. I can't! He's in the freaking anti-magic dream!
And just go back.
Dream!
Pulls out chloroform.
That doesn't work either! As long as he doesn't that magic thing, I can't contact him. We gotta start running!
Yeah, that was what I was waiting for. So,
You start running towards Cassius's place.
Oh, okay. All right, so you guys are heading up to Cassius's place.
And you had better have Killian's bag when you go.
oh, thank you. I forgot about the bag.
If you open that bag, it's tools.
Point of order. You never got back with it. Or did... Oh, yes, you did.
Yeah, you did.
Yes,
Yes,
you
you
did.
did.
As I
Never
say,
mind.
if you open that bag, just to be like, okay, what do get him his stuff. It's tools. It's components. Some ration. Specifically, there is no armor in this bag.
Okay. Was there supposed to be?
Well, we would have assumed so.
Yeah, you would have assumed so. Killian didn't tell you otherwise, but as I say, when you pick it up, you would be able to be like, that. There's not armor in this bag. This is not a bag of weapons and armor.
Oh, okay. I don't have time for this right now. Going. And heading for Cassius's.
Okay. So you guys are heading up to Cassius's. You, sir, make your way up to the cloister. And for the first time in your memory, the front gates are closed and barred.
Is there anyone like on watch on top?
There are guards on watch at the watchtowers, like all of the watchtowers.
Ships coming in. I rang the bell.
What kind of ships?
Couldn't tell you. Not familiar. I don't know.
I don't know.
How many? What direction?
The ocean.
It's a big ocean.
Water.
The word armada was tossed around. I was not supposed to be on watch. Everyone on that tower is dead.
One of the guards sort of turns and let him in.
I'm booking it in, and I will help the door shut if I need to, because it needs to be shut.
So they don't open the main gate. It's just one of those
Sally ports
just
or
the
whatever.
sally port,
Yeah.
and they let you in. They close the door behind you. There are half a dozen guards, and they stop you, and they frisk you.
I mean, I have stuff. Like I've got my quarterstaff. I've got
Right.
my wrist straps and things, but.
They sort of pat you down and look to see if there's anything that
Yeah,
You
I don't
should
have any
have.
other weapons. But
there is There's a meeting of the upper echelon in Rosk's office. You should go report.
I know the way. Thank you, and I am booking it.
Okay.
Why can't we be there? The high echelon.
All right.
Please, Bob.
So you make your way over to the tower. You're ushered right in. You go to head towards the stairs, and they stop you and take you right to the center
Right.
and activate it, and it is moving a lot faster today.
No.
It's like 2-3 times as fast, and you get to the top, and there's this sort of moment of sort of this stomach churning weightlessness as you stop,
Yep.
and then you are sort of pulled over to the actual wall.
Boats flying. This is awful.
Troll? Troll?
Yep.
There are double the guard. Well, first of all, there are guards
Right.
on Rosk's door now. There weren't before, but there's like 4 of them.
I have a report.
And you're frisked again. And then one of them opens the door. We have a report, sir. Send him in.
Beyond guard, those in the tower were killed from behind. There is likely a traitor of some sort, and I'm going to keep going in.
Okay. As you enter, Rosk is there. Odessa Corell is there. And there is a third person in the room that you've not seen before. You don't recognize. And-
the Inquisition.
It's exactly. It's like
And all 3 of them turn and look at you.
Report, I was on the dockside conducting my investigation. And I noticed that there was a ring, a singular ring from the alarm bell, and the lights went out. I made my way out there. Everyone inside the watchtower is dead. And though I did not actually see above the parapet because there was a crossbow bolt in the guard's back, I rang the bell and made my way here. There were reports of an armada.
So you didn't see the armada yourself then?
I could not know from not from my and be able to deliver this report potentially.
Did you happen to see any sign of who the assailants were?
No one was left. There was no boat left at the dock there.
You did the right thing. Thank you for the report.
It is my belief that this was not done necessarily by an outside assailant, but both guards were killed from behind. It is likely that there is some sort of a traitor in our midst. Midst.
Or mists.
That
Yeah,
is
mists.
In the mists.
In the mists.
that's troubling if what you say is true. We'll look into it.
Any further orders?
No, not at this time. Stand ready. The order may be required to defend the city.
Understood. Thank you. And I will step back out. Because this just suddenly got a whole lot bigger than whatever we were doing. So I am... Dang. I don't know. I'm going to go to my quarters. No, that's not true. I'm going to
I was
go
about to say.
find...
Because they can't.
I don't know where you are, though. Because
How
I
hard is it to find rabbit people?
And
I
he
mean,
talks about the
I haven't
vegetable
run into
patch
it
all
before.
the
You can
time.
hear
Pretty
now.
sure. Hey, where are the rabbits?
Yeah, like this is the equivalent of grab a random NPC and be like, "Have you seen the rabbit people?"
That's fair.
And
That's
they
fair.
should be able to be like, "Yes."
That's fair. I mean,
Gossip.
to the guards that
Gossip
are
that's
immediately
around.
next to me, there was some rabbit-looking folks. Where can I find them?
South Gardens.
Done. Thank you. I'm taking the stairs back down, though. I'm
Okay. All right. So Lucas and CB, you find yourself at Cassius's house
Again. At night.
again.
Again.
always.
Hi, sorry, we couldn't message ahead of time this time.
that's quite all right.
A little bit of an
At least we're
issue.
using the front.
Yeah, at least you're at. I always use the front door. You're the other one. Anyway.
Is there something I can help you with?
Well, we need to talk to Akerai, but also, you guys need to know that I'm pretty sure the city's being invaded by a whole armada of ships.
Oh,
It's just one of those
Okay.
days.
It's just one of those days.
I hate Mondays.
he turns to his cohort and says, "Watch the gate. I'm going to go let the master know." And he's going to go in with you, up the walk, sort of at a brisk pace. Are you here to see? Are you wanting to see Cassius, the Lord as well?
We should
Yeah,
probably let him know
Yeah,
of
probably.
the current events.
Very well.
Yeah.
So as the three of you sort of step up onto the porch, again, the feeling of magic sort of floods away from you.
Oh, my head started. I'll stop hurting.
Wow!
I hate how I have to leave this place and it'll go come back. How does he
the
live
major
like this?
The major domo steps out. It's like, it's unusual. They need to see the boss, and Master Akerai as well. Very well. We'll go to the library then. And the major domo leads you that direction. The guard sort of disappears upstairs.
Okay. Just pacing.
We're like following your pace trail. Just like, there's just
The
gonna be
wood
a
carpet,
hole in
yeah.
the rug. Yeah.
Mr. Lucas,
Oh, hi.
do you need a drink?
Yes.
Do help yourself.
Oh, thank you.
Like.
I mean, that was the major domo. He's being a host at this point. About 10 minutes later,
Oh, boy.
about 10 minutes later, Akerai sort of walks in. What's going on?
We're probably gonna want to be about to go. I'll explain everything when Cassius gets here, so we're not doing it twice. But there's a fair chance that we want to be close. Want is a strong word. To
We should be.
the cloister.
To the cloister.
Okay.
The one place you told me I shouldn't be. Uh-huh.
All right then. I can't wait to hear this.
Oh, it's gonna be good.
Can't wait to hear what. Cassius is sort of
Ah,
Flowing
you
into-
gracious host.
what seems to be the trouble.
Well, you saw it.
Okay, fair. So, out by the docks, there was with the watchtower and the ringing. There was a quick ring, and then the ring didn't happen anymore, and it was unusual. So Artemis went to check it out. Everyone in the tower is dead, and there is an armada of ships closing in on the city. So, pretty sure that we're about to be under attack. Pretty sure that the two safest places are going to be either here or close to the cloister because of what the cloister is.
Which he doesn't necessarily know.
It's because of what the... I'm sorry, you lost me with that last bit.
Well, from what Killian has said in his infiltration, it seems like
Oh, so Killian is
Yes.
in...
mhm,
So he is in position now.
yes.
Okay.
From what he has told us, or been able to tell us, the tower has undergone some renovations, and now has spelljammer capabilities.
It is a space boat.
What?
Or might have been one anyway.
Yeah. Or no. I don't. DM.
Mm-hmm.
Do I think I've only been gone from the tower for like 3 months?
Mm-hmm.
Do I think that it's always been a spelljammer, or somehow it has turned into a spelljammer within the time that I have left?
Question.
Good luck figuring that out.
Is there a role?
Make me a history roll.
Okay. It's not one of my strong suits, but c'est la vie. 22.
22. Okay. In thinking back on it,
And now having a lot of information.
and now having a lot more
installed
information
my
in
brain.
your
things that you
brain,
don't want in there.
you realize that there are some structures and some built-in decorations, like
Yep.
engraved into the walls, that lead you to believe it might have always been a spelljammer, and you just never noticed it.
Yeah, no, it's, you never realize. It, from memory, it seems like, looking back, it always has been a spelljammer, but, you know, it hasn't been activated until of recent times.
One wonders if they know what they've got their hands on.
Knowing the people who work there, I'm pretty sure they do.
I have no idea.
At least one of them probably knows. I'm not sure which of them, but someone's got to know.
Interesting.
Because someone would have had to activate it to get it up and running.
Do we know it's up and running?
I mean,
there are bits of it that are functioning, but is that the same thing? I don't know.
there's an elevator now.
There's an
I mean, can parts work independently? Can they accidentally activate one part without the other? I don't know. She's like looking at Cassius.
Stop accessing the files in my brain.
Make me a Constitution saving throw.
Touch bed, touch bed, touch bed.
Disadvantage.
Oh, it doesn't matter. It did. 4.
Your brain starts to throb. A little bit of blood sort of starts dripping out of your nose, and you start to hear sort of this really weird, almost musical sort of voice in your head. And Cassius reaches over, taps your forehead, and all of the information starts to reorganize itself. You still don't recognize it, but it feels like it's more organized, and it feels like it's fitting better in your brain, and whatever attack was happening goes away. Where did you come in contact with a spelljammer? Helm?
I didn't. I used a spell called Dream to try and talk to Killian.
You were in his head.
I was in his dream. It wasn't how that's supposed to go.
Well, now there are two of you. Congratulations. All right then.
Suggestions? As somebody who seems to know more about this than we do.
How big was the armada?
Big.
bigger than breadbox.
Take bread box.
How many would I estimate?
It's more ships than I've ever seen together before.
Like 20, but who knows how far back it could have gone.
Yeah.
Okay, but just like
So
20 wide, unknown, far back. Real bad.
yes.
Okay. So, Akarai, we want to be close to the cloister in case we need to exfil Killian out of there before the whole city is sieged by whatever this armada could be. So, and you're an expert on the cloister. I know it's probably not what you want, but we don't have a lot of options
No,
right now.
we don't have a lot of options. Cassius is just kind of sitting there, or standing there, sort of staring off into space.
Any thoughts? Feel like your expertise would probably be real helpful.
Perhaps.
I don't even know what other continent would send us.
They don't teach a lot about the continents here in Costas.
Well, from what I gather, the Empress had been waging war on the far side of the world to take that over as well. One can only imagine with her gone that has not been going well for their forces. If the Spelljammer is not fully operational, it should be. It could turn the tide. But that would assume that they know what they have. And I'm not willing to put the city at risk to assume that.
Also, I don't want them to have a spelljammer.
You wouldn't happen to have a spell jamming hacking device, do you?
Yes, 2 of them.
One and two. Oh. Fudge.
Oh.
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 Welcome to the fun.
Gerald?
Gerald.
Yes, sir?
Oh, Gerald, thank you.
Code Midnight.
Code midnight.
What?
Are you sure, sir? Yes.
What
It has been an honor, sir.
Don't say it that way.
Whoa, what?
And they all commit seppuku, and
He
Only solution.
Cassius goes over to one of the bookshelves. He pulls on a book, and a hidden panel slides open. He places his hand on sort of a crystal panel behind it.
Is this damn thing a spelljammer? The whole mansion?
Just vamps out. He just leaves.
And the magic blocker deactivates.
Oh.
And then you hear from the basement a humming noise as all the magic items.
You might want to give me a bit of room.
You'd have a whole
The
damn
wall,
room.
the exterior wall of the library swings open, and he starts to transform. You're coming with me. And he reaches down with one great big claw and scoops up Akerai and Simi, and the other one scoops up Lucas.
I'm so glad that I'm not there right now.
What color?
He is
Red.
amethyst. He has amethyst gems coming out of his back. He is purple.
What color were you hoping for?
black.
Not the bad ones?
Oh, was amethyst bad?
No.
There we go.
Yeah, the gem. So
The gems are neutral.
the gems are neutral.
The metals are
the
good.
Metals are good, and
Chromatics.
the chromatics are
colors
bad.
bad.
Thought so, but it was like the yell confused me. I was like, wait,
I
is
mean,
that...
I
It's a
didn't
dragon.
know. I didn't know he was a dragon.
Okay.
I don't either.
How did you miss that part of the conversation?
I have a 7 wisdom. I have a -2 on all of my rolls.
Please tell me Lucas thought he was Dragonborn the entire time.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
I thought he was just an elf for the most part.
That is amazing. Like, now, I knew he was a dragon. I did not realize this was what a dragon looked like until now.
Yep.
So he sort of steps out into the yard of the.
Yes, you did. People had mini ones.
Look, this is different.
He steps
Yeah,
out.
no, that's
he,
different.
He steps out into the courtyard in the middle of the manor. Behind you, you see people sort of rushing in and starting to grab books and box them
Secure
up
the
and
horde.
court
Secure the
and
horde.
and cart them out. It's just this steady stream of men and women and other grabbing things and packing it up and looking through the windows in the manor. Every room seems to have started doing the same thing. And then there's a flap of his mighty wings and he launches into the air.
Crazy
And so
course of events.
The three of you are watching the city of Costus from below or from above.
And here, like an hour ago, he was in yours.
I'm just like clinging to Akarai. Like, "Ah!"
And he's holding tight to you as well. Although the fact that the two of you are in a dragon's claws, you're not going anywhere. So you are crossing the cloister, and something out of the corner of your eye makes you look up, and there is an enormous form, the likes of which you have never seen before.
No, 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 no.
It's come for the Armada!
No, no, no. No, 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 no.
Lucas wouldn't know this, but just for Braden's sake, what level of dragon? Are we
Yes,
talking
how
about?
old is he?
How old is he?
He's actually he hasn't had time to get beyond adult.
So manageable.
Man,
He's a
We
man.
can kill him if we need to.
let's not need to. I feel like he's on our side. Let's keep him that way.
Reminder: there have not been dragons on this world,
Nope.
except in the last year,
The last 2 years. Technically.
last 2 years.
Oh, well,
yeah,
I don't know if we're counting here, but
2-ish years. Yeah.
If we counting gear.
I mean the biggest thing you two have seen was when Milo turned into a wyvern.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is
This is
Bigger than
an
a
order of
wyvern.
magnitude bigger than that.
Mhm.
Yes. So he flies you out over the city, across the bay. Off in the distance, from this altitude, you can actually see more of the Armada. It has moved several miles from the horizon,
like half the distance.
like
since
half
you
the
saw.
distance, and it was about 20 wide, and there are still more ships coming over the horizon. It is a huge, massive ships.
We've been pissing off a continent for
Long time.
Millennia.
Long time.
millennia.
Maybe this is the part where we just go home.
I mean,
We just say, "Well, have fun dealing with your own mess." Bye
I would-
now.
and I would agree, except for the spelljammer in Rosk's hands.
So he does reach the airspace over the cloister, and he starts
I'm sure
to
the cloister
circle.
is loving this.
He starts to
Hold on,
circle
hold
the
on,
tower.
Hold on, don't drop me.
There are shouts, and you can see guards sort
goes
of
like this, he's
pointing
like, "Now."
and yelling and screaming and just terror on all of their faces.
He's on our side. Dish.
Um,
No, no, no.
go ahead and make me perception checks real quick.
22.
22?
11.
11? Okay. You do see, Artemis sort of running across the garden patches, headed towards a little shack on the south side of the cloister.
Before too long, it's just going to be on your door.
It's us. It's us.
I can't see you. I'm not looking up. I'm running.
So he gets there and he starts pounding on the door.
I'll go and open the door. Oh, I got a mom. I got a dad. And I'll open the door. Artemis, hey, we just got.
I am bodily grabbing you. I am pulling you out and pointing up.
What do I see?
You see a great big adult-sized dragon circling the cloister.
And then your rabbit instincts kick in, and you go, "Hawk! Hawk!"
So I'm gonna try and pull you inside my house.
No,
bad.
no. There's
out of the open.
boats coming. We need to get back to the tower right now.
And that's not the issue?
No.
What do you mean no?
I'm just like putting you under my arm. I'm footballing.
Can I at least
you
get my
and-
stuff?
Go faster?
Okay.
Get your parents.
Hey
Yeah.
mom, hey dad.
Hey, Mom, we have to relocate.
Again.
Again. But this time we might get to choose.
Mom, Dad, they came for us. They came for us.
So I'm gonna go grab all of my stuff and see if my parents want to go with us to whatever the crap's in the sky.
Yeah, are you? Do you know that that's where you're going?
I have no idea. Well, Artemis thinks so. I
well,
don't know.
I told you specifically the tower. Like we have to get back
So
to the
we
tower.
gotta go back to the tower. I don't. Cool. So I guess we're gonna go to the tower. Why is? Okay.
I can't get in your house, so I'm just out here waiting.
Okay, I wouldn't think to even bring my parents. Like, but I'm gonna come out with my my heavy armor and my mace and my walking stick just to be
Wait,
like.
do you have your armor on? Or do you just come
Yeah,
out
I
with
just
it
come
in
out
like
with
a
my, I
bag?
come out with my armor. I'm just like,
Okay.
I'm battle red.
Uh,
I mean,
no. Out of character. What class are you?
I'm cleric.
Okay, sweet. Oh, I knew that already. Dang it. Okay.
Yeah.
We need to get to the tower. We need to be prepared to pull Killian out.
Oh, so we're like doing this like now.
Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know what they are doing there.
Okay. Mom, Dad. I'm gonna go.
nice safe
Hopefully, be safe. I'm gonna go and help.
I'm gonna
I've
go
got-
hopefully be safe.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you guys need anything, sending. I'll touch bases. We'll make sure everything's good.
All right. Do you have enough food?
I mean, I could always
there
take
we go.
more.
Okay.
Laden with a
And
bag of carrots.
your mom disappears into the kitchen, starts rummaging around, grabs. she comes back and there's this. She hands you this basket that's got greens and tomatoes and carrots and some herbs and spices.
I don't think I need all of.
Take the picnic
There you go.
basket, son.
Yes.
Take the picnic basket.
Can we get the little? Can I get the? Sorry, I know.
No. Like I'm outside just listening to all of this.
Can we get? Can I get the little like? Like the little towel that goes over the top. That's red
Oh,
and
yeah,
white.
of course.
Whoosh.
Thank you. Yeah. I'll catch back up. I'll make sure everything's good. Awesome.
No.
Come outside with the little basket. Okay. Yes. What?
What? No. I'm gonna like pick you up, and we are going at 50 speed plus my action, and we are booking it.
Okay.
Okay.
About this time, Cassius sort of turns in and glides in and lands right on top of the tower. He lands.
Now we're running right towards that.
You're running across the
going
courtyard.
there.
That's a flex. Okay.
And he sits.
This seems like you are.
This is a death wish situation.
And he sort of sets you all down on. You didn't even realize it was there from the ground. You can't see it, but there's a little alcove, a little sort of balcony almost that he sets you guys down on. And after he does, he sort of reverts back to his human form.
Yeah, you
What just happened?
I'm seeing things.
Ooh. Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh.
You
Oh
okay?
no, there's an owl.
Ooh.
Okay. Lucas. Lucas. I need you.
I just imagine him. He walks up to this door. He just holds your face up and like facial recognition scans you, and then it's just like, yeah, sure.
There's an interface right next to the door.
No, it's even better.
Okay.
You're a droid. You're gonna stick your finger in a hole and.
It's a big enough hole. You think you could probably get your whole fist in there? it does clamp down on you, and you start to feel that same sort of
Here is the painkiller.
same sort of thing, sort of washing through you. It doesn't seem to be having quite the same effect. It's not going after you. It is interfacing with the information in your brain.
Oh, good.
And you sort of start to move your hand sort of out of instinct. You're not even realize you're doing it.
An internal instinct.
Yeah, just an internal thing, and you're turning your wrist to certain positions, holding it for a second. You can almost feel the cha-chonk, 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 cha-chonk through your arm, and after about the fourth or fifth one, it releases your hand, and you're able to pull it back, and the door slides open.
Okay.
Neat.
Cool.
I dare say no one else from the cloister has been here after you.
Oh,
Going in.
okay.
So the four of you step into the bridge of a spelljammer. There is a sort of central seat. It is the spelljammer helm. It's just it's a great big metal chair floating in
Somebody has
space.
seen one of these before.
Yeah, Simi has
Oh,
seen
yeah,
one of
yeah,
these
yeah.
before,
Oh.
and it's just sitting there.
Oh.
There are crystal sort of panels all along the wall. They're all darkened. There is another sort of slide door sort of behind the chair. Not real sure where that goes yet because it is closed. But there are no lights on. Overhead, instead of a stone roof, it's sort of a crystalline, sort of clear crystal roof, like triangular pieces laid out in a dome shape over the top of it.
Okay.
Oh, buddy. Okay. So I forget how we utilized this before.
That's because you didn't.
Yeah.
Only one of us did,
it was
and I
just
didn't
you.
explain what I did.
Okay. Well, I saw him do something. I saw him. He sat over there, I think.
Go sit in the
Okay.
chair.
I think you should maybe sit there. Are we trying to turn this on? What are we doing?
It would be helpful as a show of force, yes. But before you do, he's gonna reach over to one of the panels and push a button that is indistinct from the rest, or it is it is
Indistinguishable.
indistinguishable from the rest, and he pushes the button. That should wake him up.
Who?
Down in the basement, in the dungeon.
no.
You're sleeping. All of a sudden, there's a voice in your head. Red alert! Wake up!
No, not now, Lucas.
All hands to stations.
I'm sorry, you want to try that again?
Red alert! All hands to stations.
Look around my cell.
It is as you left it.
I believe I'm in my station.
Red alert! All hands to stations.
Oh, what the hell? I'm gonna go see if the door will open.
You reach out to it, and as you get close, you do feel the magic field that has been cutting you off from everything.
Mm-hmm.
There's a static discharge from your hand as the field is disabled. You can feel that it was actively disabled. It was turned off for you.
is probably a bad idea. But I can't help myself, and I'm gonna open the door.
The door opens for you.
Anybody else's cells magically opened?
Nope.
Please follow the illuminated arrows to battle stations.
Hello?
Red alert. All hands
No,
to
yeah, I
stations.
got that part. Where is my station?
Engineering.
I do like that. How do I get to engineering?
So in front, so in your in your field of view, you're not 100% sure if it's actually there or if you're seeing things, but there's a series of illuminated boxes, like a roadway through the sky that shows up in your field of view.
That's
It's the Star Fox
it's,
guidance.
that's mildly disconcerting, but this is such a bad idea. But I'm so curious.
Please consult user's manual.
I'm just gonna follow him to
Okay.
engineering.
All right, so it takes you to
Do I pass anybody else?
So the only other people that were on this floor were prisoners and the trustee. There are sort of like, as you sort of glance past them, you do see like the little crystal eye, like camera
Yeah.
things are. They're pointed. It's like they glow slightly, as if to call your attention to where they are, and each one you look at, there's a little static discharge, and it goes dark.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
It leads you to the stairwell. As you recall, the stairwell
Yep.
required access to open or not. As you reach out, there's the discharge. The door opens for you. And you step right through. It is actually leading you deeper into the dungeon. So you follow it down. You get to what you assume is sort of the bottom level of the dungeon, or at least that's what it's been used for. Instead of going out into the floor of the cells where the prisoners would be, it actually leads you to sort of a blank wall.
Gonna touch the wall.
As you reach out to touch the wall, you can feel that there is a field in place to make anyone else
Right, feel like it's a wall.
a solid wall. But for you, your hand just passes right through it.
Going through.
You step through into a space unlike anything you've seen. The closest thing you can recognize would be sort of similar to that one particular piece in the tower that you were in before. There is, it's not it's kind of the same kind of chair, but you get a sense that this is not like a Spelljammer helm. This is a very sort of specialized subset of that. You get a sense that this would probably give you access to power systems and drive systems and things like that for maintenance and keeping tabs on how things are operating. It's an engineering station, not a control station.
Make sure the dilithium crystals.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. Well,
And the roadmap is taking
right to that chair.
right to the chair.
Well, against my better judgment, I'm going to sit down in the Spelljammer chair.
All right. As you sit down, there is a hum that permeates the entire tower. It's the sound of systems powering online. System diagnostic underway. Standby.
Who's in control of the helm?
Commanding officer is. Oh, what was your last name?
I don't have one.
Oh, make one right now.
Does it make one?
What would your title for yourself be?
The title for
Like,
myself.
because like it's gonna give me your formal like this person. What would in your brain? What would your formal title be?
Ooh, that's a good question.
If you were to fill out the little sign your name here, box.
Probably something like Secret Keeper.
Lucas Secret Keeper.
Unless it thinks of something better.
Lucas Master Thief. Excuse me.
Lucas, son of Mucus.
Lucas Shadowkeeper has been granted command authority.
No.
Warning: Class 3 entity aboard the Spelljammer.
Can I get a
Wait, level 3.
Class 3
Class 3 threat?
entity?
Class 3 entity.
Location of Class 3 entity.
Bridge.
Can you show me an image? Ugh.
So the view screen comes up. It's an actual physical view screen, and you see the bridge, and you see Lucas, and you see Simi, you see Akerai, and you see Cassius.
Identify level 3 or Class 3 figure.
Cassius is outlined in red.
Open communications to bridge. Hello.
Whoa.
It does work.
Killian?
Yeah, I'm. It's running a diagnostic. I feel like you guys kind of jumped the gun a little bit.
Well, currently outside the city, approaching, is an armada of maybe 1,000 warships.
Sorry, I think this system's malfunctioning. What was that?
No, you heard it.
Tactical display online.
Da 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 da. It's been a weird 24 hours.
Okay, I'm gonna table most of my thoughts and questions. Why did you come to the Spelljammer?
Well, we don't know who activated it, so we were trying to see if we could seize it in case Rosk or someone else tries to run off with it during the siege of the city. Because
Okay.
we would rather it be in our hands and not in any others.
Okay, so you don't know who's on those boats or what they're here for.
Well, they killed people in the watchtower, so probably
We don't know that.
nothing. Nothing non-violent.
So far.
Okay, and so what's your plan now that you have control of the tower?
Not sure yet. This is kind of Cassius's thing.
I was just thinking that a fully armed Spelljammer might turn the tide in the battle to come.
How confident are we it's a battle?
Pretty confident.
Fairly confident.
I mean, has anyone communicated with the Armada?
Not yet, no.
But you don't send an armada of ships if you're just like, oh, peaceful and friendly.
I mean, no, but also the Armada might not know that the Empire is kaput.
I would like to have that conversation. I should not be the one to talk. But I would like to have that conversation.
Okay, hang on. Give me a minute. I'm thinking. Spelljammer. Do we have remote projection capabilities?
Diagnostic still online.
What's the time frame on that diagnostic?
1 hour, 27 minutes.
Okay, can I get a schematic of the Spelljammer?
That's a
The interior structure.
Request display destination.
Duplicate display bridge and engineering.
BAM!
So screens light up, starting to show the outlines on both the bridge and the in the engineering spaces.
Oh, this is weird. This
So,
is really weird.
When I was led from Rosk's office to the dungeon, they didn't like blindfold me or anything. Okay. Can I see a display of life signatures?
You start to see dots popping up on the screens. Of note, Rosk's office is below the bridge deck and doesn't appear to be connected to it, or at least not that you can see. There's no stairs leading up to it.
Rosk couldn't access the bridge from his. So, are there people in his office?
There are.
How
in
many
fact,
people?
3. There are four entities immediately outside. There's one in the room next to his.
Can I, Spelljammer? Can I get a viewing window into that room?
Another window sort of pops up on another screen.
Gas that room.
Okay, who am I looking at?
You're looking at Rosk, Mr. Scarell, and another man you've never seen before.
Okay, so to our friends. Okay, so am I understanding correctly? You guys do not have a solid plan of action at the moment. You two,
No.
you 3.
We were just trying to seize this in case.
No,
One of the other people had access
understand.
to it.
This is not a bad plan. You mind if I try something?
Sure.
Can you transfer bridge authorization to this station?
Diagnostics still underway.
Okay.
Okay, so no. All right. Spelljammer, can I have a? Can you project an image of me into that room?
Diagnostics still underway.
Okay. So looking at this, Keith, are all the doors and every all the rooms, the doors, everything in the structure, that's all Spelljammer stuff. So the Spelljammer completely controls all of that.
After the diagnostic.
Looking at the viewing window that we have of the Armada,
Mm-hmm.
estimate time of arrival, do I think?
Couple hours.
Yeah, make the spelljammer
Okay.
figure it out.
Assuming they don't pop. Anyway, okay. Spelljammer, can I have a? Can you keep the? Can I move around the structure and still maintain contact with the bridge?
So there were A little panel opens on the wall, sort of across from you. Little gold medallion is sitting there.
Good enough for me, and I'm going to put it on. So, is this working now? Do I have to do anything?
Access online.
Okay, Cassius,
Yes.
how much do you know about how these things work?
Theory, mostly. This is my first time aboard.
Okay, Spelljammer, can the bridge transfer me master access?
Diagnostic online.
Okay, so no. Alright, I might need your guys' help. I'm gonna go crash a meeting.
Great.
I think, yeah.
Yep, okay, so,
What do I need to do to help?
nothing yet. I'm gonna go see if we can't gain some leverage over this situation.
Okay.
Yeah.
And,
And we're close by, so we can assist you if you need to.
Spelljammer, can the diagnostic... does the diagnostic require manual input?
Negative.
Okay, great, yeah. So I'll be back. And I'm gonna head up to where Rosk's office is and just try and see if I can, the doors will open for me and allow me to go where I please.
Okay.
Oh.
What do you...
You should message Artemis and tell him where we are.
Oh, right. I will
We still have two
quickly-
random people running around outside.
Yeah, I will quickly send a message to Artemis. Artemis, long story short, we've gained access to the tower's main control room. Top of tower. Where are you? And are you available to help?
Where am I at this point?
I mean, if you were... where were you headed? Were you headed towards the tower?
You
Oh yeah,
still
so,
head to
so
the tower
while
even
the,
after
while
it
the
lands
dragon
on
was
it?
still overhead, we
Yeah.
were booking it for the tower to go see if we could get Killian out.
Okay.
Just gonna put you in the main
Then you're probably approaching the base of the tower.
I don't know if it actually works, but I'm responding out loud because
Right.
I am still unfamiliar with this. I'm heading in to get Killian. Yes? What? Somebody was talking to me. Don't worry about it.
All right.
All
I'm
right.
so confused.
I also don't want to say out loud who it was. So
So as you're sort of making your way into the towards the tower, all of the guards are sort of still looking up, trying to figure out
Where did it go?
Where did it go? What was it? Where did it go? So none of them actually see you guys as you race past into the building.
and I'm headed towards the dungeon.
Okay.
Dungeon.
About the time you get into the central lobby, you run into Killian.
Killian's just walked. Oh, good to see you made it.
Well, thanks.
Yep.
Yep.
I'll put you down at this point.
I think there's an armada.
Yes.
Yeah,
A what?
I'm gonna go crash a meeting of all the bigwigs.
I will come with you.
Are you sure you want to do that? I'm not sure this crashing of the meeting was gonna go in my favor.
Then especially I'm going with you.
Oh no! I'm not. We don't have to worry about that. We have control of the facility.
Where can I put my basket? Sorry.
No,
This is my first
housewarming
It's
gift.
my first adventure.
What's in the basket?
It's food.
I don't have any
Oh.
inspirations, but I'd give
maybe
you
just bring it with us.
Sure.
So there's the middle thing is much faster now.
That makes sense. No, but you two should definitely not go. Actually, you definitely should not be seen with me right now.
So should we like walk down the hall and whistle?
Just I don't want you to come with me directly to the meeting because I don't want them to know that you're in league with me yet.
Okay.
So what do we do?
I'm gonna pick you up again. We're gonna go up the stairs.
Well, so I'm gonna go. Can we give them crew member position?
What are you talking to?
Can we?
And can you display a route to the helm?
What earth are you talking about?
So a little panel sort of slides up in the wall.
That's cool.
2 silver medallions.
Okay, you're gonna want to put those on.
What's it?
Whatever.
Is it gonna do anything to me or?
I don't know for sure, but you'll want to put it. I'm just gonna put it on you.
Just don't get it next to your junk.
Can you display them a route to the bridge that avoids as many other people as possible?
So in each of your eyes, there shows up
The panel
the sort of the box, the line of boxes that leads you.
Follow those.
Don't love that. Don't. Love
You'll meet
that.
our
Don't
other
love
friends
that.
and Cassius.
I don't love leaving you alone.
Oh no, don't worry. They'll be able to monitor everything that's going on.
I'm all right. I
Just trust me.
Freaking okay. I guess we can walk then.
yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. I've been picked up many a times since meeting everyone here. So it.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Let's. Okay. I guess we go this way.
Are you still holding me? No, it's fine.
It's okay.
No, I'm gonna put you back
Oh,
down.
okay.
Since apparently we're
Hey,
not hurrying.
Spelljammer. This is probably a good idea. Can you remove access to any main exits of the tower?
Clarify command.
Lock any main exits to the tower.
Right behind me. Oh, good.
Good call.
Thank you.
And that is actually a pretty good place, I think, to call it for the night. We are reaching the 3-hour mark, so we will cut it off here, and we'll see how things go next time. Just as a reminder, we will not be playing next week because of reasons, and we will hopefully be back with you guys the week after that. Stay tuned to our Discord server for all of the updated schedule. We'll let you guys know when we're going to be coming back to it. You can also go over to our YouTube channel and you can view all of the old episodes, including the one that we just finished. I will get that one uploaded between now and the next time we play. That's going to do it for us here tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. We will see you guys next time. Until then, remember...
Grab your bats and grab your balls.
And if all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a glass house. Good night, everybody.
Night.